It's your nephew, L.A. Mars. We gonna do it one time for the people like this. Race Corner Live, Race Corner Live. Never be surprised that Ray is on the rise. Never be a fool, take it from the rise. Instagram, Facebook, Ray is going live. From Canada across the world, you can see that he's beneficial. Never the same topics, he's speaking on different issues. Preaching at different churches, to speaking at different venues. Ray is that living proof that Jesus is really with you. Controversial issues, he gon' talk about it. Without Ray's Corner Live, hear his thoughts about it. If you ain't tuning in, just know you tripping, homie. This ain't all about religion, it's the wisdom, homie. And the vision, homie. It was written, but sometimes you gotta listen just so you complete the mission, homie. Race Corner Live, he got a testimony. I just thank God he got these blessings for me. For real. I learned not to even mess with phonies. Never. Race Corner Live, he got a message for me. Thanks. I said a message for me. Race Corner Live, he got a message for me. Race Corner Live, Race Corner Live. Never be surprised that Ray is on the rise. Never be a fool, take it from the rise. Instagram, Facebook, Ray is going live. Race Corner Live, Race Corner Live. Never be surprised, Ray is on the rise. God is on our side, so we gon' survive. God is on our side, so we gon' survive.
Oh, yes. This your guy, Ray. Coming to you live all the way from here. Where is here, right here. Want to welcome everybody to Ray's Corner Live. We just going to do the thing today. You understand the things I want to do? I just don't do. And let's get this housekeeping out the way real quick. Let me make sure my volume's up and everybody can hear me real good. My background music getting too loud. I think we're in a good space right now. We bring it just a little more up. I think we're good right there. Yes, we are. Listen, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification button. Hit that like button. Go to Ray's Corner Live on YouTube. Go to Ray's Corner Live on Facebook. If you're on Facebook right now, just hit that live, hit that follow, hit that live, hit all that stuff. Let's do what we got to do so we can run this HBO special. Trying to look for 1,000 subscribers by February. So I'm running the HBO special. Help a brother out. Just help a brother out. Subscribe, get your notification, and share this thing. This is for my men. Ray's Corner Live, focusing on men. Understand there's an identity crisis in our community, men. There's so many things that we're going up against. There's so many things going up, trying to win the battlefield in our mind. Guarding our hearts from being hurt. Getting released from the guilt of our past. Anxiety, depression. All these thoughts coming at our mind at all times, demonic forces hitting us from everywhere. Not a safe place to talk. But Ray's Corner Live is a safe place to talk. A safe place to be. We're going to talk about today, the things I want to do, I just don't do. The things I want to do, I just don't do. I want to come out. I want to come out using the Bible today. I want to come out and I just want you to listen to this. This is just going to be a clear understanding. Listen, this verse, these verses, Romans. We're going to go to Romans chapter 7. These verses actually saved my life. Those of you that know, was out there on drugs for 20 years. Round them on that second floor fire escape with 357 ready to blow my brains out. Wasn't a good father, wasn't a good dad, wasn't a good son, wasn't a good player, wasn't a good person. I thought. Thought I was totally incapable of doing anything right. Demonic forces just bombarded my brains with thoughts. Being out in the world, homeless, the whole 9 yards. I wish I could tell you I stopped using drugs because drugs was just tearing me apart, which it was. Drugs got me to the lowest part of my life, which they did. But I stopped because all the voices that was coming in my mind. I can remember times. Let me get with this right there. Let me get with this. Let me get with this. If you guys want to follow along with me, you can. If not, just listen to this. I want to share this with you guys. I'm doing this out of the contemporary version to keep it very plain and simple because the things I want to do, the things I wanted to do, I just couldn't do. I'm gonna go at Romans chapter 7, start at verse 17. I'm gonna take my time real quick. You guys just stay with me. You guys just stay with me. Romans chapter 17, verse 14. We know that the law is spiritual, but I am merely a human. I have been sold as a slave to sin. 15. In fact, I don't understand why I act the way I do. I don't do what I know is right. I do the things I hate. Verse 16. Although I don't do what I know is right, I agree that the law is good. Verse 17. So I am not the one doing these evil things. The sin that lies in me is what does them. Verse 18. I know that my selfish desires won't let me do anything that is good. Even when I want to do right, I cannot. Verse 19. Instead of doing what I know is right, I do wrong. Verse 20. And so, if I don't do what I know is right, I am no longer the one doing these evil things. The sin that lives in me is what does them. Verse 21. The law has shown me that something in me keeps me from doing what I know is right. Verse 22. With my whole heart, I agree with the law of God. Verse 23. But in every part of me, I discover something fighting against my mind. I'm going to say that again. But in every part of me, I discover something fighting against my mind, and it makes me as a prisoner of sin that controls everything I do. Remember, we're talking about emotional incarceration in our mind. Locked up. Verse 24. What a miserable person I am. Who will rescue me from this body that is doomed to die? Verse 25. Thank God, Jesus Christ will rescue me. So with my mind, I serve the law of God, although my selfish desires make me serve the law of sin. Let me tell you, there were times, right? I would be in the crack house, or I would be in my apartment, and I would run out of drugs, and I would be feeling miserable, and all these voices be hitting me, and I take my crack pipe and I throw it in the trash, and I said, look, I'm not getting high no more. I'm not going to do this no more. Listen, I can't do this no more. And then a knock on the door and I get high. There were times I found at same situation. I'm low at my lowest point. I'm at my lowest point. I'm just frustrated and all these things. I can't keep getting high because my life is miserable. All these voices and stuff is coming at me. I'm just going to give up. I throw away the crack pipe. I throw away the drugs. I do all those things. And I have formulated a plan the next day. How I'm going to stay clean. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go this. I'm going to go to a meeting. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And when the morning comes, I'm right back using. The things that I wanted to do, I just couldn't do. The things that I didn't want to do, I just kept doing. Listen. The plans that I had to do it right, I formulated some great plans, and I couldn't apply the plans that I put together. I thought I was totally incapable of ever staying clean. I thought I was totally incapable of ever working a 9 to 5. I thought I was totally incapable of being a human being after eating out of trash cans, sleeping on trains, sleeping in abandoned buildings, not wanting to come out in the daytime. And all those things, I thought I was incapable of ever doing right. I thought there was something wrong with me. But when I read this, in verse 20 said, and so if I don't know what I know, if I don't do what I know is right, I knew it was right. Listen. The right thing to do is like, don't get high. The right thing to do was not to go buy crack. The right thing to do was like to stop using. That was the right thing to do. But I kept doing the wrong thing. See, verse 19 said, instead of doing what I know is right, I do wrong. And so, if I don't do what I know is right, verse 20, I am no longer the one doing these evil things. See, there was something inside of me. I'm going to go through two different phases for you, because the disease of addiction and sin, whichever one that you need to use for yourself, that's the one you use. The sin inside me, the disease of addiction inside me. I had a disease that caused me to continually do the things that I didn't want to do. I had this sinful nature that continued me to do the things that I didn't want to do. And when I realized that, Ray, you ain't crazy. Ray, you just not a bad person. That there was something inside of me causing me to do the things that I didn't want to do. Wow. It gave me a different perspective of how I looked at myself. I had to understand that there was different solutions than the solutions that I was trying. I was trying to do things on my own. I was trying to fix this thing on my own because I thought something was wrong with me. I thought I was incapable of doing whatever it is the right thing to do. But I understand today that there was something inside of me that was just causing me, right, to do the things I didn't want to do. Have you ever felt like that? Are you feeling like that? Have you formulated so many plans in your life that you wanted to do, that you weren't going to buy this, you wasn't going to do this, you were going to spend this, you was going to stop eating this, you was going to stop buying this, you're going to start losing weight. The things that the things that you didn't want to eat no more, you kept eating. The drugs that you didn't want to do no more, you kept using. The girl that you didn't want to mess with, the man you didn't want to mess with, the guy you didn't want to go back to. And said, thank God Jesus Christ will rescue me. There was something on that second floor fire escape with that 257 getting ready to blow my brains out. Jesus Christ came and saved my life. He came and rescued me. Verse 20 says, so with my mind, I serve the law of God. See, there was something, there's this warfare, there's this battle. How do I win this battle in my mind? The first thing I had to do was get honest with myself, that there was something inside of me internally wrong. There was something inside of me internally wrong. I was trying to fix myself with outside resources. But when I started to look in, when I allowed the Spirit of God to come in and reveal, when I allowed God to search me and show me these things that he wanted me to work on, show me these things that I could do. He said, Paul said in Philippians, I have learned. See, there has to become a stage, and I'm going to get to Philippians at another time. There has to be a stage from the things I can't do to Philippians that I have learned how to do. Yeah, we're going to touch on that. We're going to touch on that next. But right now, I had to realize that, listen, I had to stop beating myself up. I had to stop beating myself up. I had to stop feeling bad about myself because I thought I was crazy. I mean, I thought I was mentally ill. I just thought I can't even get it out. That's all I thought about myself. But the relief came when I realized that there was something internally wrong with me. There was something there, the enemy, the sin nature, that I had not been saved, that I had not been born again. If I want to use the disease term, there was a disease in me, the disease of addiction that caused me to do some of the things that I'm doing. And I had to realize I can't use sin or the disease as an excuse. It was a reality. And listen, guys, you can't continue to allow people, certain things in your life are just what they are. You can't allow people to make it feel like that you're using an excuse for something that is wrong with you. For something that is internally wrong with you, where we need to get delivered from, where we need to get healed from, where we need to get saved from. I know the things I was doing wasn't right. And if I kept doing them, then there's something wrong. If I know what I was doing was wrong, and I kept doing, there had to be something wrong that caused me to keep doing it. But I'm here to tell you, we could be free. We're going to keep continuing with this, and we're going to talk about we're getting at the Philippine thing. I have learned how to abase in the barrel at any condition, right? In any place, at any time. I just don't have to use at any condition, at any place. I don't have to go back to that same situation. At any place, in any condition, I can stop believing a lie, and I can change it to the truth about myself. Whew. Verse 24 said, what a miserable person have you ever just felt bad, just miserable, because you just could not do what you want to do. I'm here to tell you, guess what? There was something causing you to do it. But guess what? We can be free. We can get delivered. We can get saved. We can get better. We can be all that God wants us to be. So you're not alone, my brothers. The voices don't go away. We just listen, they don't go away. And they say things will get better. Well, sometimes things won't get better. But I'm here to tell you, things might not get better. But guess what? We get better with dealing with things. I'm going to say that again. People say it's going to get better. But you know what? It might not get better. But what will happen is it might not get better, but we get better at dealing with things. I don't have to go use. I don't have to run to no woman. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do no drugs. I don't have to run to all these things because things ain't going right, because the money's funny and all those things. But I get better with dealing with things. Hey, this is your guy Ray coming to you live all the way from here. Where's here? Right chair. And like we always say on Ray's Corner Live, God loves you, and I love you, and guess what?
What's up, It's your nephew, L.A. Mars. We're gonna do it one time for the people like this. Ray's Corner Live, Ray's Corner Live. Never be surprised that Ray is on the rise. Never be a fool, take it from the rise. Instagram, Facebook, Ray is going live.